Now that you've developed your egg drop prototype based on the requirements that we set in the project, it's time to start testing it. Before you can jog, you gotta start by crawling. So let's do a 1.5 meter drop instead of a 5 meter drop. 1.5 meters about 5 feet. Now, a 1.5 meter test drop is going to tell you a couple things. First off, it's going to tell you, does your egg survive? It didn't sound like it did. Ooh, it definitely did not. That looks gooey and disgusting. So I know that I need to redesign what worked, what didn't work. Now it also tells me a couple other factors. Velocity on impact and the mass impact the impulse. The impulse and the time of impact change the amount of force acting upward. Now, it also tells us that the engineering process is not a straight line. We made it all the way to testing our prototype, but we may have to go all the way back to research. We may have to brainstorm again based on our results. We may have to develop or redevelop our prototype based on our results.
Your egg carrier prototype is going to be dropped from a height of 1.5 meters and accelerates towards the ground. Now, how fast is that prototype moving? That's the important question. We know that it's moving from rest. It's speeding up along that distance of negative 1.5 meters. Its displacement is 1.5 meters downward. And it's on Earth, so its gravitational force constant or acceleration here on Earth is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. We're looking for the final velocity, so that's our question mark. That means time's not included. There's our formula. Now we just need to plug and chug. Plug those values in. We have it all organized. It makes it real easy. We know our acceleration. We know our displacement. Watch the negatives on both of those. The initial velocity is 0 because it's starting from rest. Start simplifying. Get rid of the 0. 2 times negative 9.8 times negative 1.5 gives me 29.4. The most overlooked operation is square roots and squares. So v squared isn't v. I need to take the square root of 29.4 to get 5.4 meters per second. Now it's negative 5.4 because the egg carrier prototype is moving downward in a negative direction. Remember, when you take a square root, you get a positive and a negative value. We're using the negative value because it describes the motion that we're observing. Let's say your prototype has a mass of 0.6 kilograms, which is within the maximum mass of 1 kilogram. It impacts the ground at a velocity of negative 5.4 meters per second when you drop it from 1.5 meters. Now, we can find the impulse based on this information. The final velocity of the drop becomes the initial velocity of the impact, of the impulse. We're going to wait till it comes to a stop, so its final velocity is 0. It's not moving anymore. The mass, 0.6 kilograms. Now, all this information, if we write it out, list it out, organize it, it tells us which formula to use. Change in momentum, which it's asking us to find, equals mass times v minus v sub 0. Be very careful about the order, especially when negatives are involved. V sub 0 is negative 5.4, and I'm subtracting it, so it's really positive. 0.6 times 5.4 gives me 3.2 kilogram meters per second. That's the change in momentum, the impulse experienced by impact of this egg prototype. We've used the change in velocity in the mass of the egg drop prototype to figure out the impulse, the change in momentum, the delta P. We use a force sensor to figure out that the change in momentum, the impulse, took place over 0.4 seconds or 0.4 of a second. If we know the impulse is 3.2 and we're solving for force, we know the time, there's only one formula that has all three of those in it. Substitute in what you know, and then it's a one-step equation. I'm multiplying force by 0.4, so I'm going to divide both sides by 0.4. 3.2 divided by 0.4 gives me a nice, pretty 8 newtons of force. So because it applied that 8 newtons over 0.4, we experienced the impulse we did. If we had increased that time, we would decrease the force. If we decrease the time, we would increase the force, increasing the likelihood that our egg doesn't survive the fall.